Hello, hello from the windy, not city, but windy day for DFW. Hi, and welcome to your Road to Abundance video, Scorpios. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I hope you've been having a wonderful year for 2024 so far. Your readings have been a little, but you know, this is how we grow. This is how we change. This is how we improve. We don't ignore our reality. We face it and we take courage. And then we say, what is it that is in our power and control to change? And then we do that. So this is why we do the tarot videos, so that we can have an understanding of what are some possibilities for us to take a look at, right? So let's do just that. And I'm fixing my mic real quick. There we go. All right. Let's see what's coming up. All right. So Road to Abundance. I always like to do for folks who are entrepreneurs, and then for folks who work with teams, work with others, or employed. So let's see. We'll do, okay. I was going to say we're doing employed first. So I still don't know what to call it, because I don't want it to be like, I don't know what to call it. But anyways, if you work for someone else or you work with someone else is how I really like to say it. Queen of Cups. All right, this is y'all's main card. This is the main energy that's bringing you to that road of abundance. Your money story is focusing on really self-care, making sure you're taken care of. This might also be like a sign to be going into maybe some self-care, emotional therapy, things like that. Industries may be really fruitful for you. But as queens, I always say, are pointing more inwards than outwards. I would definitely say this is a time for you to focus on kind of yourself, your needs, all of that fun stuff. Part of that is, it seems like you have planted some seeds and now you're kind of waiting for them to grow. You're taking that moment to really observe and be mindful of what's going on around you and how it is that your investments are paying off, or whether they're paying off. It's more of a kind of waiting pause period. There may have been some disappointments, or there may be some disappointments coming up. Some things that didn't quite work out the way that you wanted to, and you may be needing to, or you may be recovering from that. And part of that is you starting to take a look at maybe some of those emotional investments. I can see why you would get a Queen of Cups that says, like, you need to take care of yourself, especially if the things that you started or the things that you planned for did not pan out in the end. Then I would definitely say, yes, please take some time to yourself, take some time to relax, take some time to regroup. Especially if there's another offer that comes in, another try at something else. It seems like you put so much time and so much effort into this that I can see why you wouldn't want to give up on it. The Hierophant is saying that perhaps there's a teacher, or you are moving into a teacher role. There's some structure, some learning that can happen in this space, some maybe mediation. So there may be someone who can come in and help you out, or you may need to step into the Hierophant role. You may need to be the one who's kind of taking charge. You have a choice that needs to be made. Let's see what that choice is about. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Okay, so we have an Ace of Wands, and what else are we choosing between for the Ace of Pentacles, or for the Two of Pentacles? Ooh, and this Five of Cups. So you're kind of choosing between a new passion, a new route. Seems like we have maybe something else that a passion project perhaps that you've been putting some time and effort in, and the thing that you were disappointed in, but that may have some additional options, some other routes that you can fulfill and kind of find fulfillment from, find success from. So let's see what your outcome is for this. Let's see if we get any indication of kind of the direction that you decide to go. A new start. I think you go with the Ace of Wands. Yeah, Page of Wands. And then two, and then the high priestess, your outcome is saying that it's time to take a look at this new route. It's time to take this new option. It's time to go after that passion project. I know that there is something that you put a lot of time and effort into, especially if you were like, this is the year, this is it, this is the time that my, investment really pays off. But the cards are really saying that there's something else that it's going to just be more fruitful for you. It's also going to be better aligned with your unconscious and your conscious desires. It's going to put you into a better space where like your intuition will be much more on point. It's much more in alignment with what those deeper desires are for yourself. Like it's just an overall, I think, better fit for you. I know that there's an attachment that you have to this project, this Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, Five of Cups. There's an attachment, an emotional attachment that you have to this, to one aspect of the work that you can do or that you are doing, but it never seems to pan out. It always seems to have something that goes awry, And I think it's just saying that maybe it's time to take a different perspective. It's time to try something else out. And it's definitely time to look at something that engages with your passions and honors that energy. Okay. All right. So now let's take a look at the folks who work for others. Or was that oh, that was for folks who work for, okay, my entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs got the Seven of Cups. Oh, so y'all have all the options. Okay. Entrepreneurs, you are trying to narrow down. In fact, you have so many things that you're interested in. You're trying to make a decision about which route you're going to go, which cup you're going to pick. You may move or be wanting to move. It may be a cup that provides you with a lot more travel. A lot more options as far as what you do. You're looking to be very empowered. You're recognizing that like this is the best route for you to take because it allows for you to utilize your skills, utilize what you're good at, be able to enjoy yourself. You are kind of focused on having a good time right now. That's fine. Or else making this move will bring you a lot of enjoyment, a lot of pleasure. You may not even be focusing on like really perfecting your craft. You're really like, I wonder what's up with this Five of Wands. What's going on with the Five of Wands? Is this excitement about what you're doing, or is this, oh no, it's the stress, y'all. It's the stress. Okay, it seems like you're in an avoidance state. That's why I was like, okay, when I was seeing like the Magician and then the Three of Cups and then the like Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I'm like, oh, all right. I would think that if you're trying to pick which cup you want, which like you can obviously pick the ones that are fun, those are easy to make a choice from. You'd also want to be like working towards that so that your dreams can come true. But that wasn't really happening. And now there's some conflict going on. There's some issues about things that are stressing you out about how your interactions are playing out with others. It's time for a new start. The wheel needs to turn, and that is going to mean leaving some things behind. What are we leaving behind? What's your outcome for this? What's the change that needs to happen? I'm guessing it's probably this party thing up here. Yeah. It's you taking a look at and the Lovers. Yeah. It's you taking a look at the past. I think that if you've spent a lot of time really being like, I deserve to have joy, I deserve to have fun, I'm just going to kind of not buckle down and do the work. I'm going to go out and I'm going to hang out with my friends and my family, and we're just going to have like, I'm feeling really good. This change is necessary. I need to get out of this space. I'm just going to do what makes me feel good instead of maybe focusing on the work I need to be doing. And even with that, like you run into conflict. It's like even in this attempt to avoid what needs to be done, even in trying to escape into fun and parties and friendship and keeping things light, brings conflict. It's unescapable because it's the fire that you need to be feeding within yourself. They have a wand. It's the Magician for a reason. There's a fire within yourself you need to be feeding that you're not doing, that you're putting that energy towards something else altogether that it may be emotionally fun at the time, but it's not fulfilling long term, which is why when we move from the Three of Cups to the Four of Cups, you're looking down at these cups like, okay, that's nice, But there's like, oh, here's a new cup. Here's something else. Here's something more. Here's actual stability that would like to come in, but you're too focused on the past. You're too focused on what could be, and it's saying it's time to move forward. You have to change. You have to let this go. You have to let this kind of focus on the fun and the joy and the lightness. You have to put some of that aside for a little bit in order to really, truly move forward and be who you want to be. Especially if there's something that, if what you do, your business is related to pleasure and enjoyment and helping others find that for themselves, find that, like, helping others to become self-actualized. How are you going to do that when you can't do that for yourself? And I say that with love. But if you can't stay in this moment of the uncomfortableness and the focusing and the kind of like hammering down into the, I need to be about my coin, in the sense that I need to focus so much on what it is that I do, that I'm the expert, I'm the top, I'm the go-to in my field. You cannot avoid, if there's some, I don't know, maybe fear around that, or feeling overwhelmed with that, or if you've done so much of that in the past and you're just tired of it and you're like, I need a break. I totally get it. But the break will not take you away from the conflict you're running from, the internal conflict you're running from. It's going to bring you right back to it each time. And the stress is going to be, let me lift that up. The 9 of Swords, the stress and the fears and the anxiety will stay right there, because you're not addressing the core. You're not addressing the actual issue. You're not addressing the core. And the core is that it's time for you to shift this energy and really go after what it is you want and embody who you want to be. Make your own route. This 3 of Cups gives me very much so an energy of kind of being very influenced by the people around you. It's like you want to move forward. You want to experience this expansion through movement, and you're like, okay, I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling good about the direction. All these things, like I'm understanding I don't need to look outside of myself. But then at the same time, like, your next step is to say, like, okay, but let me go hang out with my friends and family. Let me go see what they think. Let me go check in with them. Let me go emotionally, like, let them fill my cups instead of filling my own cup, knowing that I need to be working, that I need to be focused, that I need to be centered. So that internal conflict isn't going anywhere. I feel like this cup that's being handed to you in this spread is like your own cup, saying like, hey, you need to get back and focus. Okay. All right. So that's going to be my Road to Abundance reading for my Scorpios, for those who work for themselves and those who work for others, with others. I have to, like, what do I call that? Those who are employed in businesses. I don't know what I want to call it, because I definitely want to make sure that, like, I don't want to say it in a way that's trying to take away any type of power or anything like that. But that's my reading for y'all, Scorpios. Both of you, regardless of what group you fall into, you got to be in touch with that internal fire for the both of you. It's not going anywhere. And buckle down and focus. For the folks who work with and for others, go after that new thing. Go after the new thing and let the other thing go. At least for now. You can always try to look at those cups later. For my entrepreneurs, you need to, the fun times are over. It's time to get to work. Okay. All right. I love y'all. If y'all need assistance, if you want a private reading, the link is down below in the description box. If you want assistance in finding that path, getting back on track, you can also book some time to work with me one-on-one for mindfulness coaching. I love you. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.